is happening, y'all? We are back at it again with another video, and we're going to be reacting to David Goggins, How to Defeat Laziness and Build Relentless Focus. We will see what this video leads us to. Hopefully I can record about a good 30 minutes of this video, because we are only 8 minutes, almost close to 9 minutes within this video. Previous video, I made it up to 33 minutes. Let's give that a round of applause. And most importantly, let's get this shit cooking so we can get the reaction going. You feel me? You feel me? So, let's continue. Let's get this shit cooking.
Be broad enough to where all 25 people may not like the message.
You have to be broad enough where all 25 people may not like the message, but the message has to be stated, it has to be said, it has to be done, because if not, it will not do the right thing. You'll make sure that you are trying to get better, you're trying to understand, you're trying to do all these things. Because if you want it the most broadest message that you can make, which if it's not broad enough, then people will not understand what your message you are truly trying to do, say, think, do, act, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue.
But they're getting something from it. And that is evolution. You must continue.
That's evolution. Because without the evolution to get something from it and to evolve, then we must continually on putting pressure on the gas pedal, putting pressure on the brake. Because without knowing how to slow down or to accelerate, then we may never know where this life will lead us to, which is the best part about the unknown and the void, in my personal opinion, is knowing that we are because without knowing what we are truly trying to unlock, say, do, think, act, then we are just wasting our precious time. Which I hope to God that nobody wastes their precious time like I have. So let's continue.
You need to evolve. And you don't evolve, for me, in my job, unless I cap myself.
And if you don't evolve, then you are going to stay in the same spot, same boat, same predicament that you have always have been in. So don't waste your time, don't waste your energy, don't waste your consistency basing around other people's habits, whatever it is. Don't waste your life is what I'm implying.
Somewhere and say, okay, you made this much money, get back to fucking work. It's time to get back to.
Apologies for yawning.
You made this much money, get back to fucking work.
And if you have made that much money, you must get back to fucking work, because if you don't get back to work, then your identity, your business, your beliefs will all change and reflect on how you have changed and what you are trying to overcome.
It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the fucking mental lab.
Because when you cut off all the noise, all the mental lab, you become more, you grow more, you learn more, you try more, you do more, you act more, you think more, because you are trying to become that better version. You're trying to become that more understanding, that better perspective, that better broadened point of view. Whatever it is you're trying to broaden outward, you have to work on within yourself first. And once you work on it within yourself, then that is how you go. That is how you change. That is how you learn. That is how you become. That is how you do more, because you are wanting to become more. Oh. Excuse me, I had a burp there. Oh shit, that feel good. I feel like I was gonna throw up. which is why I'm going to try to post 5 to 30 videos per day, and nobody else will stop me besides me. So, let's continue. Hold on, I need to check something real quick, so I'll pause it and I'll be right back. I'll see you guys soon. Because if we cut back all the noise, because if we don't go back into the mental lab, we may never know what we are truly capable of doing, what we're truly meant to say, what we're truly meant to become. Because we are all trying to become that better version, that more understanding, that better perspective, that more self-indulging prophecy. So let's continue.
Because that's where the knowledge came from. So
That's where the knowledge came from. It came from the mental lab. It came from the curiosity. It came from the courageous. It came from the active-minded listening. Because without knowing where the knowledge came from, then we may never know where this life will lead us to, which is the best part about the unknown and the void, in my personal opinion, is that A, we may never know where this life will lead us to. B, we may never know what we are truly trying to unlock and say. So, knowing where the knowledge came from so we can reiterate, go back, and do the things that we are going to do today.
So for me, I must cap myself so I can come back with better, more unique knowledge.
More, you must cap yourself because you come with better, more unique knowledge. And within that unique knowledge, we learn more, we do more, we want to become more because we are wanting to do a lot more with what we are truly trying to say, do, think, act, because we are all trying to become more within the acknowledgement of our willpower. And whatever this so-called willpower is, we may never know where this life will lead us to, which is the best part about the unknown and the void, like I said earlier, is that we know with what part we are truly trying to come from and what we are truly trying to say.
All that cookie cutter knowledge that's out there, that's why people buy the books I have, because it's not cookie cutter. It's real knowledge.
The other thing now is, when you first started, you were a lone ranger.
Right.
Nobody really knew who you were outside of some obscure endurance places and half-heard truths of these weird myths.
Right.
But now you've got people's expectations layered on top as well. So not only have you got to deal with success potentially making you soft, so you've got to cap that. You've got to say no to more money and opportunities and cool people.
Right.
You have to say no to more money and more opportunities because you know with what you are capping at, you know with what you can become, you know that you can be more within the more money and opportunities, which means do not waste your time, do not waste your energy on basic bullshit that is calling your money and your opportunities, because we have the power to say no within whatever story that we want to say no in. We can say no within our friends, within our family, within our relationships, as long as it matters to us. So, let's continue.
You've also got this extra layer of expectation that's coming through from other people too. And I think that you talk about trained humility.
Right.
In the new book too. I've got to presume that
Trained humility. Without humility, we might never know where this life will lead us to, which is the best part about humility and the void, is that without knowing your first steps, you might never know where those next steps will lead you to. And where those next steps will lead you to, then you may never know what this life will be bringing you off as.
fits into this equation.
Right. It fits in big time. And that's one big reason why I do fight fire. Because all the knowledge for myself comes from that place. It doesn't come from the place of success. My knowledge does not come from.
It doesn't come from the place of success. His knowledge comes from what he built, what he done, what he had to do to get to this point, to get to losing 300 pounds, to get to gaining muscle, to building yourself in a way that you are using yourself as a weapon. And as a weapon, you are learning to love yourself, live with yourself, do more with yourself, because you know you can be more.
The place, like, because for me, like, I built Goggins from the ground up.
Okay, I had to make sure I wasn't on pause still. Because I've done that a few times. He built Goggins from the ground up. He built it to where he see fit, to where he is now, to where he was before. He built Goggins to where he is now. That's the one takeaway, hopefully, that you guys gain within this video.
I was born David Goggins. David Goggins wasn't good enough. He was a scared, bullied, abused kid who struggled in life. And that kid, whenever something got tough, no matter how hard I trained, no matter how ready I was,
no matter how hard he trained, no matter how ready he was, he became that better version. He became the version of himself that understands everything. And through that version, you can learn, you can grow, you can achieve, you can become that better version because you know you are wanting to be more. And knowing wanting to be more is more so than knowing what you are truly trying to unlock, say, and preach.
whenever something got tough for me, David Goggins, the real David Goggins, would come out and he would.
When things got tough, when things got hard, the real David Goggins would come out and he would do, he would go, he would try, he would become, because he is trying to build himself and form himself a new life.
Quit. So I realized this over a period of time. So I had to build Goggins. And in that process, I had to go back to that mental lab. And that mental lab is at scratch. That mental lab isn't that trained humility.
The mental lab is the scratch within the mental lab that is trained humility. Without the scratch, without the mental lab, without the trained humility, he would have not become that better version of himself today. Which is why we are all training, we are becoming, we are trying, we are doing, we are learning to become that better version. But if we do not become, then we do not learn. And if we do not learn, we do not become. So, that's all I have for you guys. Leave a like and save to come back to this video. Comment down below with what videos you guys want to see me post next. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.